Welcome, everybody, my people, to Beyond the Natural podcast. Remember, if it isn't natural, it must be beyond the natural. And as always, I'm your host. I'm your host. I'm your host, Marcus Hart. You can follow me on Instagram at Marcus underscore Hart. Um, so Marcus Hart. So yeah, it's at Marcus Hart underscore official. That's what it is. Marcus Hart underscore official, or you can follow me on Twitter at Marcus underscore Hart. Um, and of course, you can check out more uh, of great podcasts that are like mine, or that are just outside of what I talk about from other great podcast hosts by just simply visiting transformupodcast.com. Let's transform the letter U podcast.com. And we are sponsored today by uh, our good old buddies North Bay Freight. North Bay Freight, you got something that you want to ship around the world? Well, yeah, maybe not around the world, but at least inland. So here in the United States, North Bay Freight is the people that you want to check out if you happen to be looking to get behind the wheel, uh, driving, get into the trucking business, transportation. You know, um, maybe up to your alley. If you want to travel the world, see all different type of things. Who knows? Maybe you'll run into an alien or run into a werewolf. I don't know. But North Bay Freight will hook you up. They are hiring. They hiring truckers. So visit at North Bay Freight on Facebook. Hit them with a like, and also visit them on Instagram too at North Bay Freight. Proud sponsors. They provide wonderful facilities here to make this thing possible, and keep me on the air and keep me motivated. So appreciate all that they do over at North Bay Freight, and of course, network is Transforming Media Network. Shout out to Transforming Media Network. So let's get up into it. I won't hold you guys too long. You see the title? The title is Will the upcoming movie. We got a new movie on the way, a supernatural mystery thriller. Old is the name of it. You know, this thriller is is actually starring Alex Wolff. Most of you might know Mr. Alex Wolff from Nickelodeon. He was in the Nickelodeon musical. He was also co-starring in Jumanji, one of the main characters in Jumanji as well. So he was like uh, the kid version, the kid version that got sucked into the game and then turned into the Rock. So um, so that's that kid. So Alex Wolff. Well, he's not really a kid, but he played a kid in the movie. But yeah, he's starring in this one. He plays a huge role in this movie, Old. And what happens is a family that they're on a tropical holiday. They discover a secluded beach where relaxing causes age um, uh, aging to rapidly happen. To happen more rapidly. In a single day, people start losing their life, and before you know it, everybody's going crazy. Is everybody's going nuts, man? Everybody's going nuts. The question that I'm wondering, and and I'm wondering if some of you may be wondering too. Is if you ever heard of Progeria. Progeria. When I first saw the trailer, I had not um, really really knew that like it was such a condition or such a disorder or syndrome out there that actually causes you to age rapidly. But there is a syndrome, ladies and gentlemen, that causes you to age rapidly, and it's called progeria, and it's also known as Hutchinson-Gilford syndrome, which is named after one of the first people to die from it. It is extremely rare. It's a progressive genetic disorder that causes children to age rapidly, starting in the first 2 years of life. And usually the children appear to be normal at birth. So it is a very dangerous, um, I don't know if you can call it a disease or condition or syndrome, but it is nothing to play with. But here we are with this movie in front of us, and my question, that I got from many of you guys, do you feel that, like, this movie is going to represent Progeria, or give us all, provoke us all to, to have some thought, process at all about Progeria? Uh, okay, so we got a comment out there, from our buddy out there. It says, that sounds like that new M Night Shyamalan now Shyamalan Shyamalan movie. Oh, I haven't heard of that one. So yeah, I haven't heard. Well, that's not quite that one, Fran. But and that comes from Full Pouch. Um, Actually, this movie old. Um, Again, it's about a family. They stumble across a secluded beach, and then everybody started dying quickly. Because everybody's aging quickly. For whatever reason. Um, there's something on the beach that's causing them to age quickly. But so yeah. So my question to everyone, if you have heard of the Progeria condition, do you feel like, that this movie, you know like, over exaggerates what really happens in real life, with the Bulgaria condition, or maybe they should, maybe take some of the proceeds, and maybe contribute to the research of this Bulgaria condition, because it seems like, because this condition is so rare, and maybe, a lot of people don't know that this is an actual real thing, that people will, people walk away from this movie, thinking that, like, oh, okay, well, this is not something that doesn't happen in real life, but, well, in fact, this is something that happens in real life. That, I mean, it's no laughing matter, um, but it really is a condition that causes people to age rapidly, and it happens as early as 2 years old. There's actually a young lady on YouTube, who's 10 years old. I don't know if she's still alive, but she has progeria, and she started, like, uh, vlogging about her condition, and just her day to day. Um, Maybe I can pull some of this up. But I'll try to pull some of this up while I'm talking about it. You know, um, but yeah, this is a very serious condition, progeria. Um, it could happen to any child, although it's pretty rare. Um, it's just not really talked about as much, since it really became a thing. But now with this movie, I think the talk should happen again. I think we should start talking about it again a little bit more. I think, we should, kind of highlight, just the seriousness of this disease, um, and really, and kind of dive into it a little bit more. Um, so here I'm going to, kind of show everybody. I'm going to share my screen here, with everyone, and kind of show people kind of what this looks like. You know, yeah, because I think it's important. Okay, so so here are some children, um, right there. Okay, so Full Pouch came back. Full Pouch says, yeah, that's the one I'm referencing. I must have gotten the director wrong. My mistake. As to your question about the disease, it's a tough one. As well, with all the extremely rare diseases, often more difficult to allocate more resources to. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Uh, to those, since they are so frequent, I think, however, with the advancements with the new Moderna vaccine abilities, it will allow more customized medicine distribution cater to the individual. You're right about that. You're on to something. I like that. I like that. Yeah. So we have like came very far, in our advancements with medicine. So it would make more sense that with some of these, rare conditions, that they would like, at least take the time out, to kind of just get them out the way. I know that sounds kind of like, it may sound kind of harsh, but like, I don't know if that sound harsh or not, but it would kind of make sense to like, say, okay, well, if we got these, these rare conditions that like, that doesn't really happen as much, maybe we should just, invest a little bit of resources here and at least, see what we come up with and at least, and try to figure them out. And, and maybe, and maybe there's something from the condition that that's maybe in these children DNA that might be beneficial, for something, for something else. So so like but like you said, allocation of resources, is real difficult. It's really hard to get people to be on one accord when it comes to stuff like this. Um, but with this old movie, I I really, I don't know what I'm gonna think about this movie once it comes out. I will go watch it, but you know, I just don't, I just don't know how I'm gonna feel about it. So Full Pouch comes back with us. Says, I'm excited to see what they do. It should really be able to help people with Progeria. They already were talking about cancer treatments being able to help people. All of this learned in the past 2 years. That's right. That's right. Yeah, yeah, these 2 years has been incredible for like medicine advancements. It's a shame though that like it took a pandemic, for people to just really start like putting their heads together and really like turning up the speed on some of the things that they can do. I I really feel like we're so far behind. We're so far behind. We could have saved a lot of lives um, a long time ago, but who are we? So who are we? Who are we to judge what these people do? I guess we can't judge them, for what they what they're doing with the money. I know a lot of money been poured into HIV and into AIDS. Um, yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Yeah, Full Pop says, on the low, I don't know if I will watch the movie. The idea of aging like that terrify me. Yeah, yeah. You know what? Yeah, like, yeah, me too. Because I got kids and I can imagine I can't see myself like being a grandpa. I can't, I don't want to see myself as a grandpa. I don't want to imagine my kids having kids. Like and just taking that in and all in one day. Like that. I guess I would want to be around for my great grandchildren. Maybe even my great grandchildren if I can be there. But like, man, I don't want to speed the process. I'm enjoying my youth, so I'm with you all the way there. I'm with you all the way. Yeah. So yeah, I guess they kind of running out of ideas out in Hollywood. So they're experimenting with many things. So I'm wondering if like this Progeria condition may even inspire the idea to even uh, come up with this movie. Yeah, it looks like that's what they want to do. At some point, um, they want to give people that option at some point. I really do believe in our lifetime we could see that. You know, it there's so much research out there on longevity. Yeah, print organs. so much with so much with 3D printing. Yeah, so yeah, full bodies. Yeah. Um, so I'm just waiting and see what they're gonna do with consciousness. So I mean, they already got talking about the ability to do things with AI and artificial intelligence, and how you can transfer your consciousness into artificial intelligence. So that's going to be interesting. And what they're going to be capable of doing in the future. Yeah, so very, very, very interesting. Yeah. So yeah, and the crazy part about it, a lot of the movies that has came out over the years have like all given us hints of to like some of the stuff that they're already doing in medicine now, what they want to do in the future, what they've been talking about, so there's no telling. Yeah. And once again, those who have joined us, we're talking about the movie Ode. And Alex Wolff, he's starring in that movie. The, the guy that played in the Jumanji film, he was also in Nickelodeon. And we're talking about Progeria, which is a condition that causes children as early, in the first 2 years of life to age rapidly. And in this film, it's kind of like, it kind of appears like it was kind of inspired by that a little bit. The family goes off in this movie to they find a secluded beach, and they start aging very fast themselves on the secluded beach, and things get really out of hand. Um, so the movie's coming out in the next week or so. Um, maybe I will do. Maybe I will go see it and do a review of that movie afterwards. So if you go see it, come back and let me know what you think. So, you know, um, I know our buddy on Twitch saying that they may not want to see it because it's a terrifying thing to think about aging. What are your thoughts out there? Who's watching or listening? Uh, Definitely like to get your thoughts, get your input. Do you think that it's going to mock or properly represent that condition, or do you think this is just uh, Hollywood just getting us to think on a whole nother level about just how life is in general. So life is precious. Maybe there is you know a biological weapon out there that can maybe end our lives like that. So I mean that can cause us to age. Maybe there's a chemical weapon out there that can, you never know what's going on out there. We've seen what happened with COVID. The conspiracies surrounding COVID, how that was unleashed. Maybe there's something we don't know that's going on. We know that usually movies hint at things sometimes that really happens in real life. So what are your thoughts? So we're going to spend a little bit more time on this. And yeah. Oh, thank you for sure. Thank you, man. Really, really appreciate you. Really appreciate you also. So yeah, football said appreciate you. Great job on the podcast for sure. Going to send you a follow on YouTube. Keep killing it. Definitely. Really appreciate you. Yeah. I try to give you guys topics, man, that we can have a conversation about, create some open dialogue, and really get us think a little bit. So and get us also just to take us away from some of the pressures of life as well. So I'm glad that I can just deliver for you. So what and if you ever got a topic that you want me to speak on, I'm always open to that too. So just great, real great. Yeah. So you guys are awesome. You guys are so awesome. Um, yeah. So the Beyond the Natural podcast, we going to be doing this consistently. This is a consistent thing week to week. We got other podcasts too, that we talk on different topics. I cover a variety of different topics on other podcasts. So you know, if you want to just catch up, or catch new stuff coming out, make sure you just hit that notification. Costs nothing to hit the notification button or subscribe. It costs you nothing. I'll be looking forward to talking with you guys once again. I'm going to cut out of here. We'll be looking forward to doing that review with you guys on the movie Old. Whenever something supernatural, releases in the movie theater, I will be doing something similar like this. Otherwise, we talk about UFOs on the Beyond the Natural podcast. Talk about ghosts. I got a lot of ghost stories. And especially during Halloween. We do ghost hunting. We go on ghost hunting trips and different things, and invite you guys to those different type of things as well. So, and we just look for other things in the news to that's thought provoking, or just make you just say, why that? So whatever, but whatever the case may be, look forward to talking with you guys again very soon. I'm Marcus Hart. Until next time, many blessings, peace, lots of love. Remember, if it isn't natural, it must be beyond the natural. You are welcome, my friend.